Welcome to Sanibel Island. Have a cozy stroll along the sparkling white sands covered with gleaming treasures of the sea, shells. Breathe in that salt air and get to snagging the best shells you can find because seashells are points, and this is a game. In Sanibel, players walk along the shore, collecting shell tiles and strategically arranging them in their bag for points. When all players have finished their walk, the game ends and the player with the most points wins. To set up Sanibel, place the game board pieces on the table with the beach chairs on the left and the lighthouse on the right, making sure the ocean is lined up along the bottom edge. Assemble the lighthouse standee and place it on the lighthouse section of the board. Next, set up the tiles. Place the hexagon shell tiles and diamond shell tiles in their matching bags. Shuffle the triangle shell tiles and randomly draw 5 per player. So in a 3-player game, you'll draw 15 triangle shells. Put the rest in the box, they won't be needed. Shuffle the zigzag-shaped lighthouse tiles and deal 2 to each player, placing the rest back in the box. Now draw diamond and hexagon shell tiles from the bag and place them on the beach according to the number listed on the board for each section. In a 2-player game, place 1 fewer shell of each type. Each player takes a player mat and matching player token. This is the bag players will put their shells in and should go open side up, otherwise your shells would spill out, duh, along with all your points, and that's bad. You want to keep those in. Shuffle all the player tokens without looking and randomly place them from left to right on the footprints above the beach chairs. This is the starting turn order. Place the wave token on the board here on the wave symbol next to the player tokens. And take a Sanibel field guide. It's full of reminders about shell scoring and turn structure. Oh my gosh, an art fair! Finally, each player draws diamond tiles based on the number shown on their starting footprint and places them on their player mat. If you draw a sand crab tile, draw a new tile and place that sand crab back in the bag. When placing shell tiles on the player mat, think of this like dropping shells into a bag, and they gotta land at the bottom just right. Shell tiles must fit fully inside the printed grid lines, and at least one bottom edge must touch either the bottom of the bag or another shell. Beginning with the player whose token is the furthest back on the path, players will move their tokens down the beach, collecting shell tiles based on where they stop. When they reach the lighthouse, they'll have the chance to place one or both of their zigzag-shaped lighthouse tiles, then continue their way back down the beach. When all the players have finished their walk, the game ends. On their turn, players must leave the beach section their token is currently on, moving as far down the beach as they'd like, even skipping whole sections. They must land on an unclaimed footprint. Next, collect the number of shell tiles shown on the claimed footprint. These must come from the beach section the player is currently on and must be able to be placed in their bag. Sand crab tiles are placed in a discard pile and allow the player to collect a shell tile from any of the other beach sections. The coast is your oyster. Shells placed in your bag on previous turns cannot be moved, but new shells can be rearranged to your heart's content up until the start of your next turn. Then they're locked in. When one of the 5 triangle spaces in your bag has a tile directly beneath it, it can be filled for free on your turn as long as there's at least one edge open to the top of the bag, of course. Fill it with the triangle tile of your choice from the shared pile. Once shell tiles have been collected, the turn passes to the player furthest back on the path. If that's still you, you get another turn. If the wave token is furthest back on the path, it's time for the wave to take a turn. That's right, we've got sentient waves here with wants and needs, and these waves want and need to wash up more shells onto the shore. Move the wave token to the next wave symbol on the path. Place new randomly drawn shell tiles on each beach section according to the wave token's location. Then play continues. While moving along the path, players will encounter the lighthouse. This is the one section of the beach that cannot be skipped over. Truly a tourist destination. Players must stop and visit the lighthouse when reaching this area, placing their token on one of the footprints and taking the corresponding action. Remember those zigzag tiles from the setup? It's time to place them in your bag. Stop here to place one lighthouse tile and collect one shell tile from any other beach section. Stop here to place one lighthouse tile and collect 2 shell tiles from any other beach section, or stop here to place both of your lighthouse tiles. Players only visit the lighthouse once per game, so any lighthouse tiles that don't get played can now go back in the box. Lighthouse tiles provide scoring or action bonuses, and the specifics of each tile can be found in the rulebook. The game ends when all players have made it around the path and claimed a footprint beneath the beach chairs. These footprints provide special actions to finish up your walk along the beach. Finish your walk here to take 2 tiles from any beach section and place them in your bag. Or here to take and place 1 tile from any beach section, or stop here to gain 2 points, or here for just 1 point. Now score those shells and count those points. Orange hexagon tiles are snails and score 1 point for each unique snail tile in your largest connected snail group. Tiles that share an edge are adjacent and considered to be in a connected group. Purple hexagon tiles are echinoderms and score 1 point for each unique purple tile that is not adjacent to another purple tile. Blue hexagon tiles are bivalves and score 1 point for each blue tile that matches another blue tile anywhere in your bag. An important note on scoring bivalves: you don't score 1 point for each pair of matching bivalves, but rather 1 point for each that matches another. That means 1 pair of bivalves is worth 2 points, but 3 matching bivalves are worth 3 points. Brown diamond tiles are serifs and score points based on the total number you have in your bag. Pink diamond tiles are coquinas and score points for each separate, non-adjacent pair in your bag. 1 to 4 pairs is 1 point per pair. And if you have 5 or more pairs, they will score 2 points per pair. That is apparently a very good way to score a lot of points. Green diamond tiles are shark teeth and score 1 point per tooth tile in the largest connected shark tooth group. The player with the largest and second largest group of shark teeth get the bonus points. Triangle tiles are always either serifs, coquinas, or shark teeth and score as part of their respective types. Finally, don't forget to score the lighthouse tiles in your bag and bonus points from the last beach section. The player with the most points wins. If there's a tie, the player furthest forward on the path wins. And that's Sanibel. Enjoy your shelling and don't forget the sunscreen.